Swales are typically installed on the sides of the home, sometimes throughout the front and the backyards as well. What this does is it's installed in order to carry the water away from the house, but also to get it off the lot in a proper manner. What we actually do when we install the swales is we'll actually come in with equipment and then we'll shoot the grade using a transit. This transit gives us proper elevations down to the 1/4 inch, and we make sure that we have a 1/4 inch of fall every 2 foot in accordance to a lot of county guidelines. The ordinances set up by the county typically require an inch of fall every 8 feet, hence the actual 1/4 inch of fall every 2 feet. We shoot it in 2 foot increments to make sure that we don't have any low spots or any high spots within that 8 foot window. So if we come in and shoot every 8 foot, we could have missed a potential high spot. So we come in, we shoot every 2 foot, make sure we have proper fall all the way from the house, all the way around, and down to a proper easement. Drainage swales are installed throughout the property in order to carry the surface water away from the home and direct it towards any kind of drainage easement. Keep in mind, since it's carrying all of the water off of your landscape, that the drainage swale may stay a little bit more damp compared to the rest of the yard. These swales can have a little bit more of a wet appearance for 48 to 72 hours after any potential rainfall or in the time that any kind of irrigation has been ran. Typically after the grading phase, we'll actually come in and map out the irrigation system. Throughout the landscape, we'll actually have flags that will actually pinpoint the head locations throughout the entire landscape, and each head is actually measured so we ensure that we have coverage prior to any pipe actually being installed. After the irrigation has been mapped out, we trench in, install the irrigation piping throughout the landscape as well as with the heads and the valve manifold. And prior to covering up, we actually test all the heads, make sure that everything is operational, no leaks are active, and that all proper coverage has been achieved throughout the entire landscape. After the irrigation has been installed, a fine grading is acquired again. Due to the trenching of the irrigation system, the land has been disturbed in such a manner to where it can create any kind of high and low spots throughout any drainage swales that we have in place. Therefore, all the land is regraded and actually hand raked to remove any large debris such as rocks or sticks or such, and to smooth out the landscape throughout. Followed up by the fine grading is with the installation of the sod. Once we have all of the hard material in, we do a final walkthrough of the project. That requires us to run through the irrigation system one more time to make sure all proper heads are adjusted and proper coverage is acquired. We also come in and make sure that the pine straw is installed in a sufficient manner to make sure no barrier areas are present, and we actually roll the yard in order to prevent any kind of footprints that may have been done during the installation of the sod. One of the best things to do during closing, when you do a walkthrough with the superintendent and with their real estate agent, be sure to run through the irrigation timer. Pay close attention to where all your heads are located, whether they're near any kind of paved surfaces, including your driveways or common sidewalks. And also make sure that where they are in the middle of the lawn, as these can be damaged due to any kind of lawn mowers, as well as the heads next to any kind of paved surfaces can be ran over if you accidentally drive off the driveway a little.